Morning. I was cleaning some tools up the other day, and I got to thinking I got to get some more vinegar. I have some rusty, like more delicate stuff, like feeler gauges and stuff like that. So I went looking on YouTube, and it says all kinds of acids you can use, phosphoric and acidic, and you can see it you see it. And so I got thinking, well, I have some wheel cleaner, right? Aluminum Bright, made by Purple Power, and it says not for painted, right? Class, blah, blah, blah. Didn't say anything about, right, metal, right? So we go to what's dangerous. Okay, phosphoric acid, sulfuric acid, this whatever that one is, and blah blah. So irritant, burns, kill you, that kind of stuff, right? Proper precautions, right? If you're going to be working around this, I recommend gloves and masks and respirators, proper safety precautions, right? So I found my feeler gauge yesterday, and I said, oh, I gotta clean this thing up. My wife was standing here, and I said, we gotta have more vinegar, and she's like, what do you want vinegar for? Clean my tools, haha. Then I got thinking last night, I have wheel cleaner, and I think it's got the acids that they're talking about for cleaning, for soaking metal in, because I had wanted acidic acid or phosphoric acid or something like that when I asked the part store, and they're like, oh, we don't have those. And I said, well, it's for cleaning rims, aluminum rims. They said, oh, we have wheel cleaner, and it's got the same stuff in it, but it must be a weaker solution than you would buy for like a chemistry experiment or high school chemistry rooms would have or whatever. So I put some in a bowl, and I show you. All right, and I probably had it only soaking for a minute maybe before I turned the camera on, and you can see that there's this, it's clear, the liquid's clear when I put it in there. And all those bubbles are the reaction with the rust, right? Let's see if we can. Yeah, you can see that. So I'm gonna leave this for about an hour, and what I did on the bottom there, you see, there's just like one of these bits. I threw it on the bottom. It was rusty too, but I threw it in on the bottom to put the feeler gauge on top, because people on YouTube have said, oh, it was on the bottom of the container so that the liquid didn't get to it, so I wanted to get all around. So we're gonna let it set in there, and I'll come back in about an hour. All right, so it's been just over an hour. You can see the foamies still pretty active. And to neutralize your metals, to stop the metals chemical reaction, I guess you would call it, they say just put it in plain water. So we'll do that. There's the one piece. So what I have found is that the rivet, which must have been made of something thin, or it was rusted or something, didn't survive the could have been aluminum, I suppose. Didn't survive that aluminum dip. So it cleaned up all right, and I couldn't see writing before anyway. You can see writing on this now. Go through here. Get some more of these out. Yeah, some of these were in bad shape, you could see. And it's deteriorated that. It'd be so much easier to stick your fingers down in there, wouldn't it? But we're not going to do that. There's a bunch of them. That's the bit that I had put on there on the bottom. It's all rust free. It has made it darker in color, but it definitely cleaned it up perfectly. I mean, you can see right there, it says, I think it says Ice Bit R2. Oops, you can't see it there, now you can. And that was all rusted before. There's a few more pieces in here. There it is. So now what I'll do is I'll pull them out, and we'll put a little nut and bolt through here. We'll find a little nut and bolt through here and put them all back together. Okay, I got some of these snap-on impact sockets, 3/8 drive. This is a 1-inch. You see how rusty it is? Yeah. So 30 seconds, right? We're gonna put this in for 30 seconds and go. And then I'm gonna take it out after 30 seconds, and I'm gonna put it directly in the water, and I'll rinse it 3 or 4 times. And we'll compare. And then I have paper towel, but I'll probably get a rag. Yeah, I got a new piece of an old towel here. You know, the fancy rags, the fancy ones. Okay, so there's 30 seconds. Drip, drip, drip. Dunk, swirl, dunk, swirl, whatever you want to do. Right? Wipe it. That's That's the line. That's not the water line. That's the clean line. Okay. Back in. 30 seconds. You can see there's a little bit of reaction going on, but I have that other Coke bottle remover, you know, bottle cover remover. I think there's a name on it. I've never been able to see the actual name on this thing. Star, maybe. Okay, we're gonna put her back in because it's pretty heavy, and I think we're ready to take this out now. All right, trip it off. Water, swirl, water, swirl. Just to, you're breaking down the concentration of the acid is what you're doing. Then get that little bit of grime that's still on there. See how it came off? That. And that's just simply using wheel cleaner. Crazy. Okay, we'll go back to this thing here. Now, they were telling me when I was putting it on the aluminum of the wheels that not to just put it there, to agitate it with like a green scrubby, and you're supposed to use, you know, gloves, obviously. So this is just a brass brush so that it's not real aggressive on the steel. We're just giving it a real light because it's been in here for a little while. Well, there we go. Now we'll get rid of the crud off the brass. Don't want to put that onto something mistakenly. And then we'll clean this up. This thing has been rusted for a while. I just threw it in there just because I was like, yeah, what can it hurt? It's never going to clean up. But holy cow. I mean, it could stay in there a little bit longer and it'll eat out the little bit. But now it says Star something News Virginia. So let's stick that back in there like this. And we'll give that about a minute and we'll pull it out. I'll be right back. Okay, so we've been about a minute. Give it a little bit of a rinse. Wipe it and see if we can see anything. Definitely better. Yeah, more writing showing up all the time. Look at that. I guess we go longer. And in the meantime, I got a new set of these that have been in there for 30 seconds. I don't think they've been more than a minute. I put them in and let them soak for 30 seconds and rinsed them and flipped them over when we were waiting that minute for that last piece there. So this stuff is really possibly a little too strong in its current saturation, current amount, or whatever, however you want to look at it, percentages that it comes, which it tells you. I don't think that container said exactly the amounts or concentrations. I mean, it does a great job cleaning the stuff up, but it might have eaten a piece of that what do you call it, thing that I put in there, feeler gauge. But at the same on the same token, if it did, then it was probably bad to begin with. So the phosphoric acid, they just give a number, which I think is for the you know, it's in the table. Like if you're in a factory, I think that's in that safety manual, 7664-38-2. I mean, if you know more about it, that's probably exactly the percentage. Like it's probably 7,664 parts water to 38 parts, who knows, to 2 parts phosphoric acid. I don't know. I mean, you might know more what these numbers mean, or they're just an identification number for that specific form of sulfuric, phosphoric, ammonium bifluoride. So maybe the sodium bifluoride, maybe that's what's eating this metal up, or that stuff. Ethanol, that seems like an alcohol, but who knows? I mean, I'm just a hick. Hey, not, I guess you wouldn't call me a hick. I would more like a redneck, right? Let's see, country boy. That's where I'm at. So, okay, rinse that, and we'll take the brass brush. I'll give it some agitation here. Oh, there's more writing that came up on the bottom. Patent something or other. Maybe this is the key. Maybe the brushing afterward is the key. Let's see what happens if I brush this part. Not much. So, I think this was chrome or something plated at one point. You know, back when it was a baby brand new. Yeah, because now I see a patent number. Star, right? Let's see if we can see better with the camera. Virginia. Patent. April 21st, 1925. 1925 or 1825? I think it says 1925. That's pretty cool. I mean, this might not have made in 1925, but that's when the patent for this is. And this you hang on the wall, and you pop your beer caps off, or, you know, the knot twist offs. It turned out pretty nice. Brown manufacturing, made in USA. There we go. All right. Stay safe. Bye-bye.